Hi everyone from Philly and welcome to my home. This is Marisa Raponi signing in from Toronto, Ontario. You might be wondering why I have this trifle bowl upside down, but I'm going to make a wonderful mango medley trifle for you. Fresh, full of spring flavors, and I hope you like it. So I've got it upside down because I'm cutting around a bought cake and I'm measuring around to make sure that I have the proper amount that works into the bowl. So I've cut the cake and now I'm going to save this top, which is perfect, and I'm going to see if I can put the bottom inside the trifle bowl. It's a little bit messy, but that's why I have the big baking sheet, and look at that, fits in perfectly. Let me move this out of the way. This is snacks for us later. I want to thank all the ladies and Philly for bringing these wonderful contests to us, and I've seen a lot of the videos and they're fantastic. And here's mine. So I've got the nice cake on the bottom. I have 2 cups of already whipped topping in my mixer, and I'm going to put in a packet of pistachio pudding. I'm using pistachio pudding and only a cup of milk, because I want to thicken this as opposed to have a pudding. So I want a real nice thickness. I've got pistachio pudding because it's spring and I want nice pastel colors. And this weekend we celebrate Easter in our family, so it's my turn to bring something, and I want a wonderful light pastel color. So I'm just going to mix this up. So inside, with the whipped topping, the instant pudding, I'm going to put half a package of Philly. And it's not quite at room temperature, but it doesn't matter because Philly whips up so quickly. And voila, it's done. I'm just going to slow down these beaters. I like to lift them up just to get the most out of those beaters. And that's it. Now you can see me pour this glorious light pastel green. Come in closer and take a look. See that? Look how beautiful and smooth that is. Now I'm just going to pour in some orange juice because this has to be made and eaten within the hour. So if it's nice and wet, it's going to be so delicious and the flavors will melt together really quickly. So in goes my first layer. Look how wonderful that looks. Those are the colors of Easter. Bright green. And just move it out to the sides. Now I'm going to put in the top that I've cut. And if it doesn't fit, you trim it a little bit more. Press it down. Make sure that everything gets pressed in together. Look how fabulous that looks. And you can see the whole layer of pudding and whipped topping. I'm going to pour in more orange juice so that we get a nice wet cake ready for us to eat. And this is a wonderful transporting vehicle. How many of us have trifle bowls in our cupboards and don't use them? So this is a great, delicious dish, and you can just scoop the cake out as you need it. It doesn't have to be presented beautifully, and it looks fabulous. So I've gone and cut. Oh, sorry, I've got to put some wonderful whipped cream on. Let me just clean my spatula. And you can see how quick this is. Pop it all over this cake. Being very careful to go around the edges, because now this is the top layer, so we want it to be nice and neat. And then we're going to cover that with fruit on top. Okay, and I'm just going to use my offset spatula. That's just a spatula with a bent handle, And I can go right around that trifle, making it nice and even. I'm just going to heat up this blade so that it gets smoother. And that way the whipped topping doesn't stick to it as much. Look at that, it goes right around, nice and even. How quick is that? How luscious does that look? And now I'm just going to layer on my fruits. Let me clean up a little bit. So, my family loves mango, and I've sliced some up. This mango is just so refreshing, and I've got long vertical pieces. Can you see that, Elise? And this you just peel, cut from the flat of the bone, and I've saved the bones because my kids actually like to eat this from the bone. So you're cutting it this way along the bone when you're cutting it, and don't waste the sides because there's 2 whole pieces on the sides of that mango. My son is eyeing me, getting ready for this cake. So I like to take 1/2 and just fan it out so that everybody can get a piece of mango. Come closer, Elise, take a look. And look how quick this is. Everyone's going to get a wonderful piece. Okay, Elise, that's too close. I'm just going to fan it out, and then I'm going to cover this with icing sugar. Quick, fast, and delicious. Forget that piece. And any leftovers are great for snacks. And if there's one side that's short on that mango, you can fill it in with other pieces and get that trifle as full as you can. I am going to take my biggest strawberry. Whoops, there goes my Philly. I'm using so many cartons of Philly. They're getting used to seeing me at the store. I'm wondering why I'm buying so much Philly. Anyways, I'm going to add a bit more strawberries wherever I left the biggest spaces so that everybody can get a juicy strawberry if they want. And look how fast this is. This is taking 5 minutes with a store-bought cake. And then I've got some washed and drained blueberries, and I'm going to fill in some more spaces. And look at this. Doesn't this look inviting? So light, perfect for spring, great for a holiday, and you're going to be the talk of the party with this wonderful dish. Excellent. So I'm going to just add a little bit of icing sugar to that. And I hope you can see those layers on the camera. That bright green looks really inviting. So I'm just going to add a little bit of icing sugar on the top. And if it should happen to melt, you can add a little bit more. Bring it with you to the party. You never know whether your hostess has it, and you certainly don't want to put her into any position of feeling embarrassed because she doesn't have it. The sugar will also help macerate in case it has to sit there longer than when anybody needs to eat it. Anyways, look at that beautiful cake. Ready for Easter? Ready for a great party. Big spoon, dip in, and you have a great dessert. My mango fruity medley. Bye everyone. See you soon.